All right, Wednesday, July 3, just about 7:10 a.m. Really wasn't planning on trading today, but I woke up, so figured since I'm up, I might as well take a look here and see what's going on. So looks very range-like right now. It's just look at the daily. So I'm not surprised by this at all. Went all the way up. I was talking about how there was a lot of room yesterday to the top before I got off the stream. So it actually closed above where the resistance is, and it's approaching this measured move. I will not be surprised for it to get there. Let me take this off. So 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute. All right, so I'm set up and ready to go to trade PA11, N12, and the evaluation 43. New low, first entry short, potential second entry short. Not a lot of room until previous day highs. And this resistance right here. Or support, I should say. ATR is about 60 ticks right now. It's right into the previous day close as well. The way I'm entering a short there when it closes like that. Maybe I should have taken the long. Wasn't ready to take a trade yet. That would have been nice, yeah. Should have drawn this. I already reached that. I wasn't even paying. I'm so tired. Not really awake yet. First entry, second entry long too, and a first entry, second entry short. So that definitely would have been a good trade. Failed breakout here. Potentially. Let me take this range off maybe. I've got no expectations for today, since I wasn't planning on trading. Market closes early, 9:15 my time, so 12:15 Eastern. Just a first entry right now to the short side. unsure in this area. Not really sure what's going on here. It's weird because you had a new low, you had a first entry, second entry short, but it shot up. So we got anyone that entered there, then went. So it's kind of like a failure both ways too, because first entry, second entry, but there's no swing there. So it kind of looks like first entry and here's second entry. Just being patient, waiting for something I recognize. I was almost tempted to go short here on this engulfing bar. So I guess would have worked. Just kind of a little weird for me. Oh man, it would have been a nice short. A huge bar. 73 ticks. Maybe a higher low at this level. Don't like the even closes right there. Where are we at on the daily? Pretty close to that top Bollinger, but probably still room to move. Just waiting a beat to see if this bar does. It's kind of a first entry short right here. This could lead to a second entry short, which I'm not looking for a short right here. I won't short into this previous day close level, so also it's right into that. Looks like an equal low to the higher low. That's lower. Again, equal close. I don't like when bars line up like that on the closes. I was thinking long here, but I wanted to see this close a little bit higher. About 4 3/4 points. Yeah. Hard for me to go long after the sideways stuff. The way the Bollinger is kind of curling around. Let's see if this plays resistance in the middle. Looks like the long would have ended up working maybe. It really was a struggle to hold up at this level though. It's still struggling to go. All right, I think it would have worked for the long though. Oh, still a little shy of my profit target. I'd say. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if this midline plays resistance. I'm almost wondering if we might get a second leg down. Let's see. This stays above, and probably not. Yeah, I'm not going to go short into this major support level, but I wouldn't be surprised if it rolls over. Seems really strong here though. Let's see what happens here. This is the level, right? This is where all the support's been coming from. Once again, very tight Bollingers. I think this is off the table. How tight is this range we've been in? Kind of since I've started. $49 points. Definitely not loving price action today. Seems like this is just how the rest of the day is going to be. We'll see. I was thinking maybe long to get back up here, but there was about 5 points in there. I figured if I entered, I'd probably move up break even +1 really quickly. And I was thinking I'd probably just get tagged for break even +1 before it goes, for 5 points, which kind of seems like that's probably what would have happened already. I just want to look for an opportunity where there's a little bit more margin room for a bigger move. It's doing what I was kind of thinking it would. I just didn't like the resistance there to go for my 6.5 points. Looks like it would have worked. Just above here. Yeah. It really looks like it's just going for that new high, going for that measured move. Remains bullish overall. It's crazy. Oh. Clearly that would have been a really good trade. So what I do, I talk myself out of these trades that end up making big moves. And then I'll take something less good and get caught. That's like the story of my life. Ugh. I'm gonna take a 2-minute break. Be right back. All right. Only got about an hour and 25 minutes left on the market. Oh, I got no read on this thing. That's how I felt lately. Just no read. No good read on this market past week. Even last week when I was 5-0 during the regular hours, I struggled to find a read on the market. And so I've only been getting like one trade a day. Interesting that FOMC meeting minutes are after the market's closed. Just a higher low. There's a failure over here. This was a higher low. It's not a higher low. This is like the trade I lost the other day, but in reverse for a long instead of a short. If it closes at the top and then enter long above here, it would look just like the one that I lost on my last loss. Looks like it's going to be good this time. Let's see. I think 2 3/4 points so far. It's also new low. First entry could be a second entry short. Same time. It's these like one candle bar setups I'm wary of now. It's gonna work though. Yeah, I mean, I guess you need a new high of this. It's just that's how it goes, right? You stay out of a trade because of a recent loss you take, and then it works easily. There's a second entry short there, but on the engulfing, right into the midline of the Bollinger that I wasn't looking to take. If it fails, it's not loving anything. All right, the ATR is getting lower now, 41 ticks. Failure here, right into resistance. A little bit more than an hour left in the market. But I'll probably have to stop when my daughter wakes up, so it could be any time now. Too late. Should have done it down here. I was looking away for a second. I think it went lower, right? It's the same, actually. Yeah, once I saw it going back up here, I liked it, but I just saw it a second too late. Yeah. I was looking at the Discord. I think this was the best opportunity I've seen today. Clearly plenty of room. Double tap at the bottom Bollinger. I even tried to enter it late, but at a certain point I was like, okay, it's gone too far, too fast. I didn't want to chase it. Right, so I'm definitely not going to be trading tomorrow. Expect a really low volume day because of July 4th. Today has been not bad in spots. Yeah, I was thinking about the short here. That probably is a good trade to take. Considered the long here. That was probably not a bad trade to take. This one, stayed out of it because it looked like the inverse of a loss I took the other day. But it's actually after a strong push up, so maybe that is better than I was considering. And then I think this trade actually long is probably the best one I could have taken. So there's plenty of opportunities today. Where are we at on the daily? Almost at the top Bollinger. I think we'll definitely get up here today or tomorrow. Five-minute first entry, second entry short failure. Hey Nia. Nia says, I am like you, have not taken one trade today at all. Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of weird price actions. You know, it goes sideways and then it has a burst. It goes sideways and it has a burst. And if you're trading right after the open, it was just grinding up. So I don't know, it's kind of hard. There was the news, it dropped off, and then it did sideways, did a little burst, had a little sell-off, sideways, and a burst. It's just, it feels like kind of summer, day before a holiday kind of trading in a way, And I think I'm not surprised it's drifting to the upside overall. Kind of makes sense, but to just find an entry that feels safe, I'm not seeing much that feels really safe. Like everything feels, everything has like kind of a reason to have a little bit of a, looks good, but, like even here, like I love these situations where it's like you get a higher low for me, the way I trade, but it's going, like the bar closes right at this resistance point. And so, how do you know that's not going to tick above and then just shoot right back down? That's what goes on in my mind here. I talked about it. It was just like a trade that I'd lost already. My last loss, but that one was to go short. And it looked like this, but inverted as far as I remember. And then this one was like right back into the middle of the range. So I didn't want to enter above this bar long, but I liked when I saw this one push back up after this one being kind of like a weak bar, seeing it bounce off the bottom Bollinger again. And I tried to enter, but I was just too late. I didn't want to chase it. So it's kind of the day in a nutshell. So yeah, I'd say as long as you can sit here and not let it affect you, then you're doing the right thing. Sometimes we need these days to just test our patience and like be able to just pass up winning trades because it'll help us pass up losing trades in the future. That's how I look at it. So if I don't get a trade today, I wasn't planning on trading today anyways. I just happened to be here because I woke up. I didn't set my alarm this morning or anything. So I was up a little bit later than I usually get up to start trading, but I woke up and I was just like, all right, am I going to be able to fall asleep or am I just up? And so I decided I'm up. If I'm up, I might as well come sit here in front of the chart and see if there's any trades for me. No, Roman, you talk too much nonsense, so there's no point in me having a conversation with you. Roman is bullish after every green bar and bearish after every red bar. He shifts like the wind. So there's not really a point in entertaining the conversation because you're so busy vacillating between being bullish and bearish on any given bar that forms that and then you want to turn around and say that you're right about every move that the market makes, and it's just really funny but stupid. So no, I'm not interested in talking to you anymore. It's not worthwhile time spent or effort to blow the air out of my mouth to have that conversation. And come in here and asking questions like, do you believe in God? Like that has anything to do with what I'm doing here trading. So as far as I'm concerned, Roman, you could watch somebody else or you can be here and talk to yourself. I'm much more interested in people that come in here and want to have a conversation and actually talk about the market in any sort of meaningful way. I don't mind sharing ideas, but for someone like you to come into a chat and just try to act like you know what the market's going to do at every second is hilarious to me. But it's also just kind of pathetic. Nobody knows what the market does next. That's why everybody gets losses at some point. I know, Roman, you don't seem to catch the hint. You say things in my chat and then you just have to argue your point or stick with where you started from. You don't seem to get the hint that it's not what my chat's going to be about. So I haven't blocked you from being able to chat in my chat here. But if you can't figure out that what you're talking about is not of interest to me, then I might have to block you. I don't want to block you. I don't want to block anybody. But you're just a distraction at this point. So there's not much point in me having a conversation with you. And if you're going to continue, I'll just block you because I don't need a distraction when I'm trading like you. Most people that come in here and have a conversation with me are like Neo. They're supportive, and a lot of people come in here because they can relate to me in my trading. I don't have a big viewership, but when people come in here and watch me and they come back, it's because they can relate to me in the struggles that I'm having. And they're not like you that come in here and want to just try to tell me how to trade or what the best way to trade is and think that you have all the answers. So well, that's all you're interested in, Roman, is you want to go somewhere where you feel like you have power. You're a reflection of yourself. So that's your interest. You want to be able to go into some random guy's chat and be the big man and say, see, I told you I told you that I was going to do. I said it was going to be bullish after you said it's bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. I said it's going to be bullish now. Yeah. And you want to be able to be the big man. But if you want to be the big man, go get your own YouTube, man. See if you can get a following. It seems like that's what you're interested in. So all the power and luck to you. But I think you're just kind of lame. You'll say in here like, I'm bullish. It's time to buy, right? Like all in here. And then when it starts going against you, oh, the sellers are taking over. Sell. Oh, no, buyers. No, okay, buyers are in control. Buy. You just go back and forth with the wind, like just based on what the most current bars are doing, or your DOM or whatever you're looking at. So I'm going to go back to what I was doing before with Roman, which is I'm going to ignore him. And if he can't stop trying to abuse my chat, then I'll just block him because he provides nothing of value to this channel. You can unsubscribe me, Roman. I'm not here for subscribers. I don't care if you follow me. I don't care if you view. I don't get anything out of it. So go find your next favorite YouTuber and have a good time. All right, getting back to what I'm doing here. The other thing I was wondering, and I just never did this because I didn't really see a clear reason why to do it, but just checking what this does. We're already beyond that too. So we're just melting up into a holiday. And I'm not really surprised by it. And I'm not really surprised that I'm not seeing many trades that I like. It was really the reason why I wasn't intending to trade at all today or stream at all today. The day is kind of looking like what I thought it might look like. It's actually better than I thought it would look like because there have been opportunities. I'm also the kind of person that's like, if I don't feel really good about a trade at this point, I just don't take it. Roman, what you say is irrelevant. Roman doesn't understand that there's multiple ways to trade. He trades with the DOM. That's great. Trade with the DOM. As you can see here, I'm not trading with the DOM. So what you're bringing here isn't relevant to what I'm doing, clearly. Now, you may think the DOM is the only way to trade, and that's great. Then do your thing. It's not something that I have an interest in. I've been pretty straightforward with you about that from the first time you came here. So I don't really know why you come back, because we trade differently. And I don't think what I'm doing here is going to inform you much for your trading. And I don't think what you do is going to inform me much for my trading. So other than wanting to be a know-it-all in the chat, I don't really understand what you're doing here. My dog came in to visit me here. Roman never gives up. All right, Roman, since you just can't take a hint, I guess I have to do it. Because nobody here cares about your suggestions. You're a random internet troll at this point. All right, so not a whole lot of time left here. I put Roman on a timeout. I didn't ban him, but I put him on a timeout. I just don't have time for people that just want to troll. And I'm too small of a YouTuber to understand why someone would waste their time coming here just wanting to be a big shot, because they're just some random on the internet. It's like, if anyone was dumb enough to listen to any random person on the internet, you know, what does that say about them? So yeah, he came in here and offered some suggestions. I told him that's not something I'm really interested in. I don't trade that way. And he doesn't ever want to just kind of, you know, go, okay, cool. You know, he always wants to argue. So I don't mind having debates with people, and I entertained him for a week with his debates, but at this point, I'm over it. So he can go buzz off and watch somebody else. I'm not here for the views. I'm not here for the subscribers. I'm just simply doing my thing and documenting it. I don't mind people coming in here and having different opinions and stuff, but what I do mind is when they come in here and they try to act like they know what the market's going to do next, because nothing is such a certainty. And I've already seen him try to be a shot caller and be completely wrong with market direction. So there's no point in entertaining his nonsense when he's been wrong time and time again. And you can see that that was what he really wanted, was to be able to, you know, have an effect on me. He was looking for, you know, to be able to have some kind of manipulative effect on me, my channel. You know, he wants me to trade with the Dom. He thinks that he knows the way. He wants to be the leader, to shine the light for people. It's like, all right, dude, go make your YouTube. Shine the light. I'm not here for it. All right. It's really easy to be, the guy that knows everything when they can just sit behind their keyboard and not show a single thing that they do. And here he told me he makes hundreds of trades, or 100 trades in a day. I can't talk. 100 trades in a day, and he thinks that that's good trading. He's just throwing darts at the board, and he's already told me that he's not a profitable trader. He's been trading MNQ for 6 months, and he has no money, but he thinks I should listen to him. Back to trading here. There's probably way more room here than I'm even giving credit. A little less than 6 points. So if I entered this trade, I would have been taken out at break even +1 already. And I probably would have been just shy of, I probably would have put my profit target right at the top here, to line up at the top of the bodies. And it came back down to, it would have come down to take me out of the trade. So certain situations like this, I just don't even think to enter the trade, because I feel like more times than not, I'm just going to be taken out at break even +1. And there's just kind of no reason for me to even enter a trade, if that's going to happen. So I don't think there's any, I don't have any issue with coming here today and looking at the screen for an hour and a half and not getting a trade. you know, because when I take a loss, I own my loss. And like you saw my last trade, I felt like after the fact, I felt like it was a bad trade. It was a trade I took and I own it. You know, I took a trade, it didn't work out. I got a loss and, yeah, it's going to happen. And for me, it's like, okay, I try to look for reasons why it didn't work out based on the reasons why I took the trade. And then, I just try to do a better job of being wary of it in the future. And that's why I skipped this trade over here. That would have worked. And that's how it is. I'm a conservative trader. It's pretty clear to me. Anyone that watches me, I'm pretty conservative. So if you need a more razzy style, then go find someone else. That's all. Anyway, I only timed out Roman, so he'll probably be back next time. We'll see if he has anything better to say on another day. not much time left in the market. My daughter keeps looking like she's about to wake up any moment, so when she does, I'm going to be out of here. Let's see, this was a new high. There's a first entry, second entry long. Not a good setup. Basically, to me, it looks like one leg, two legs with a third leg out. Or I suppose, I never did this either. You can measure, see if it reached this. Didn't reach that. That's the other way you can look at it. There's another two legs. Came up short right now. But I just expect this market to continue to melt up over the holiday and probably, I mean, who knows what will happen Friday, but definitely whatever hours it's open tomorrow. I think it's kind of similar tomorrow. It's open until 9 a.m. Pacific, so 12 Eastern. So I kind of expect it'll just melt up like this, probably get up to here or higher even, who knows. And then Friday, maybe there'll be a sell-off or maybe it'll keep going, but you often see these kinds of melt-ups before these kinds of holidays. Hearing that Rhythmic's having some issues now. I haven't experienced anything in the data, but I'm sure it has to do with the orders, like usual. Yeah, I see some people talking about issues in Rhythmic in Apex Discord. I haven't noticed anything. I did put an order in at one point here quickly, and then when it didn't pick me up right away, I didn't chase it, so I stayed out. So hard to say. There's a higher low here, but it's very sideways. The dog's being very playful today. All right, so this was a second entry long. There's a failure. Now there's potentially a second entry short setting up. It's just very sideways. It's not a lot of room, or there's really no room. Close it right there. No barking. No barking. This could be one of those double trap situations. Don't like a long or a short right now, really, for me. I mean, it seems like it wants to go down, honestly, here. Yeah. How far down can it go? Not very far. And then here comes the double trap, perhaps. Just really hard to trust anything here. Seems like it's a trap of the shorts, yeah. Even that, it's gone 3.5 points, but it's not just popping right away. So I'd probably be already out at break even +1. I probably would have moved it up right away. Would have worked if I didn't, if I wanted to move my break even +1, but I would have been so sketchy about this, so. It is what I was kind of expecting, the double trap, like I was saying. So I think that's also another decent trade I could have taken. There's definitely been plenty of opportunities today. To me, it kind of looks like this trend with a break. Expect a new high. I really don't want to draw trends again. I hate trends. All right, so there's about 30 minutes left in the market right now. I'll be out of here when my daughter wakes up. big was this move? $13. Based on this, it seems like we'll get to this measured move, right? Before the day's over. There's still obviously this resistance. Yeah, so it sounds like people are getting stuck in their trades on Rhythmic. It's just like, at this point, you just got to expect it to happen any day, every day, which sucks. Because sometimes the problems come when you start mashing the buttons to get out of a trade because it's not letting you, it's not filling your target. You start pushing everything to get out, and that's when people sometimes get their orders put in for the opposite direction and all kinds of weird stuff, or get put back into a trade that they didn't know they're getting put back into. And it just sucks that this is how things are now, and then Apex just wants to close their eyes and pretend like it's not happening. So the conditions of trading on Apex really seems less than optimal. I was watching a YouTuber last night, and he was trading on a different prop firm, and obviously he's on YouTube, so his trades are easily able to be seen. And he was in a trade, a winning trade, and it literally it seemed like it kicked him out of his platform, and when he got back in, all of a sudden he had a losing trade. Like he lost all of his profit. It was like $1,000 in his accounts, and he just popped onto the prop firm's Discord and was like, "Hey, check out this link. I had a problem with Rhythmic, and it messed up my orders. It should have been a profit." And literally within 20 minutes, they had put the money back into his accounts. That and it's like, it's a smaller company, so it's not, I guess, surprising that they're able to deal with an individual like that to a certain degree. But you would never see Apex take an individual's look into an individual's account from Discord and actually fix it from telling somebody on Discord. It'll never happen. And what's the point of Discord? It's just a place for people to complain, and then they say, "Oh, sorry, we can't help you." Like, okay, great. Why does your Discord exist? But I did think that was pretty cool that he was able to go on this other company's Discord and get his problem solved in 20 minutes. Imagine if Apex could do something like that. They would be the best company, but it's hard to say that right now. These continuing problems. I'm so lucky I haven't had any problems myself. But I know people personally that see these issues come up and it affects them. And I know they're not idiots doing something stupid. So like when they have a problem, I know it's legit. Actually surprised my daughter's still sleeping. She was up late last night though, so maybe that's why. So new low here is a first entry short. Could trigger a second entry short at the measured move. I mean, no surprise that we got right to the measured move and there's some resistance here. Really hard to take shorts in this kind of market. I mean, there's been some decent pullbacks where you can get a nice profit, but most of the pullbacks are pretty shallow. It's just a bullish market today. And has been, really. Yeah, it's not going to be a setup here, I guess. Not there. Maybe on this one. All right, where are we on the daily now? Oh, we're at top Bollinger, getting really close to that measured move. I think it's going to try to get there today, huh? Wow. Just going to try to get there today. It's not much further. It's further than it looks, but this thing can just take off right now. Ooh. Bye, 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 bye. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to Pretty sure I'm not getting a trade today at this point. There's only 20 minutes left in the market. I didn't even think I was going to be here still. I didn't think I was going to be here at all today, but definitely didn't think I was going to be able to still be trading at this point in time. But now it's getting to the point where, you know, there's just not a lot of time. Yeah, I mean, I'd say this trap was really good, right? I've seen this happen a number of times. I mean, it seems like it works more times than it doesn't. These kind of double traps. You know, you got a new high, it's first entry long, second entry long, it fails, and it's also first entry short, second entry short. So it gets the shorts on board and traps whoever takes these shorts here, all in this bar, and then it's just like a slingshot. And I've seen it work so many times. I'm always, you know, very hesitant to take those kinds of trades. Sometimes I've taken them, but most of the time I skip them because most of the time it looks like it's just in this sort of thing. And then you don't know that it's going to just tick up once and then shoot down. You know, that's what I'm always concerned about. And just trap everyone on all sides. So I guess the key is like the second entry long is like a weak second entry long setup, but the shorts are kind of more deceptive. So it really tries to make the shorts feel like, okay, now the market's finally turning and it's going to go lower. And then this is enough of a push to really trap anyone trying to get in short. And then it just goes the other way and everybody has to exit and all the longs are either still in or piling back in. And this thing just goes nuts. So you gotta try to be a little bit more aware of that. I still have the measured move up here. The thing that's always tricky about the measured move is sometimes when it doesn't reach it and it tries again, sometimes it really is just not going to reach it. And that means it's going far, far the other way. So I also think I'm just kind of already in holiday mode. So I came in today just with the feeling of like, it doesn't matter if I get a trade today or not. And so I think there's been plenty of opportunities to take a trade for me today. And I've just passed everyone up. Maybe I just came in with that kind of attitude. So it's going to obviously be a lot harder to get a trade when I'm just not even, I'm just feeling that way. All right, there's 15 minutes left. I'm not getting a trade. I'm not taking a trade in the last 15 minutes of the market. So I'm going to just call it. Thanks to those that joined me today. Now, if you still have not taken a trade like me, don't feel any sort of way about it. Just stick to stick to your trading style, and you know, kind of expected to have even less opportunities, I think, than what I saw today for me. So on a day like this, the day before a holiday, on a short day. So I'm not going to trade tomorrow. I'm not going to stream tomorrow. I may not even trade Friday. It'll just have to be based on how I'm feeling when I wake up. I'm not going to set my alarm Friday. So if I don't wake up to trade, then I'm not going to trade. But if I do wake up like today, then I'll get in here and throw on the stream and see what happens. All right, so that 80% discount is still continuing. The deal with the $40 for the 150, 250, and 300K accounts, the 1 day pass, all that stuff continues. You can use my code or any other. You know, I wouldn't buy an account today with a holiday short day today, tomorrow, and then going into a Friday, which would probably be a low volume day. I'd probably wait till the end of the weekend, personally, if I were buying new accounts. But that's just me throwing that out there. Yeah, if this is it for the week, then 1 and 1 for the week. Not too much to think about that. Still hovering around 77% overall, which is definitely lower than I want to be and where I thought I'd be. But it is what it is. And yeah, anyone that's coming into the chat, all I ask is to not try to tell people what the market's doing next, because I don't want anyone, even if it's just 2 people in here, I don't want anyone being affected by what other people think the market's going to do next. I talk about what I think may or may not happen, but I never talk about it in absolute terms, because I don't know what's going to happen next. And I'm just looking for opportunities where I believe I have an edge to believe what the market's going to do, that I can take my little piece and be done with it. Some people like to come in here and act like they know everything. So if that continues, I'll just keep them out of the chat. But nobody's banned permanently at this point. And yeah, if they want to come back and adjust how they speak in here, that's fine. If not, they can move it on to somewhere else. All right, I've said it all. Appreciate everyone that's supporting me, and have a happy 4th of July to anyone that's in the States. All right, I've said it all. I'm out of here.